My name is Ernesto.
And my name is Caesar.
And my name is Sean.
And today we're going to attempt to bust a myth.
So now we will actually start by introducing our myth. So our myth says that following the American Revolution, the United States established a system whereby its people can directly choose who to represent them as president.
Wow, Ernie, that's crazy. I wonder if we could actually simplify that for everyone else. Oh wait, we can. To basically simplify this, it's basically saying that after the American Revolution, the United States as its people were able to directly elect people who would represent them as a unit, as one. So Caesar, how do you think the elections represent us as individuals and or even just as a whole? Actually, do you even think the elections represent us at all, or just not even minor bits?
Honestly, Sean, I have no idea.
Oh wait, Caesar, this is actually helps us bust our myth.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember that evidence Mr. Anderson gave us?
Yes, I do. 3 pieces of text that he gave us and the YouTube video.
That's right, it was actually really helpful.
Yes, it was, Sean, it was.
Well, let's start actually busting this myth now.
Okay, how?
Well, let's actually start by trying to figure out what the Electoral College is and what it does.
Okay, so do you know what it is at all?
Well, the Electoral College is a group of 538 people. This is comprised of, or this number is derived from the amount of senators and the amount of representatives in the upper government around the White House.
Okay, so we can start there.
Yep.
We have gathered up our evidence. We will start by re-saying the myth. And the myth is that Americans after the Revolution created a system where they could directly vote who they want as their leader, or like the president.
Yeah, and for my first piece of evidence that we've taken from Mr. Anderson, it says it was finally decided to grant the president considerable power, including the power to veto acts of Congress. The delegates limited the president's term of office to 4 years, but set no limit to the number of terms to which the president could be re-elected. Rather than having the people elect the president directly, the delegates decided to assign to each state a number of electors equal to the total of that state's representatives and senators. This electoral college system was instituted because the delegates of Philadelphia feared that too much democracy might lead to a mob rule. And what that really means is rules were set by people, power of course, to elect the president and set a certain time limit for that president's ruling. And also, it was pretty much saying that the people would vote for a president. However, there was a middleman that makes the final say in the population's votes.
Right, Caesar. And you mentioned the Electoral College, and also you referenced the middleman. So it's basically like you actually vote. You're physically voting, but you're voting for your representative to go to a meeting. It's I think 438 representatives added on to 100 senators. So there's a total of 538 people in this meeting, and they elect the president. So yeah. All right, and now let's welcome Sean to talk about a little bit more about how this myth is busted with this evidence, and how like the true aspects of it and the false parts of the evidence.
So basically, stated off the evidence you guys were talking about earlier, about how the whole Electoral College is a middleman. This kind of busts the myth only because it says the United States Americans, as in the people themselves, were able to elect the people directly. This kind of busts the myth because they are not directly electing the president. They're actually sending their elections to the Electoral College for their representation. the Electoral College again is the middleman, and therefore they're not directly voting, which basically busts the myth. But it also isn't really busted because the Americans themselves are able to vote for who they want and have a say in what they want. But again, it's busted because it's not going straight to the Congress, it's going to the Electoral College, and the Electoral College themselves make the decisions for the masses.
Alright, so what do you guys think about this myth?
Well, I personally think it's busted.
And honestly, I think this myth is not busted.
Well, what would it be?
Well, it could be plausible.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
So, what part of the myth is true?
Well, I think it's mostly true because the Americans themselves are actually able to elect who they want for president, but at the same time, it also is false.
And the reason why it would be false is because, yes, the people do get to vote, however, there is a middleman that pretty much gets the final say in what the final decision is.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. It's been a great help. To be even more helpful, we would like it if you'd be able to post below and help us bust this myth even more. Thank you again for all your time and watching this lovely video.